Hello, today we're doing lesson 10.2, part 1, called combinations. In 10.1, you learned that order is important for some counting problems. For other counting problems, order is not important. A combination is a selection of R objects from a group of N objects where order is not important. Circle, highlight, underline this. Order is not important when we do combinations. The formula for combinations is this. Again, we can go ahead and plug it in separately. We could take our n factorial, we can subtract our 2, n minus r factorial, multiply it by r factorial again. But when you do all that, it's very important that you are going to have to put in parentheses in the denominator. Or we can go ahead and use a combinations key on our calculator, which I showed you when we were doing permutations, and I'll show you again in a minute. So let's go ahead and just do some straight calculations. So this is 8C3. Let's go to our calculator. I'm going to put 8 in. I'm going to go to Math, go over to the Probability tab, and go down to the third one. That's our combination. So I did 8C3, so we're going to go ahead and put 8NCR3. So this is telling N to be 8 and R to be C, and hit enter. We get 56. Pretty easy, right? Now, because it's important to be able to do the straight calculation, I want you to go ahead, take a minute, pause the video, and try number 2, 3, and the U try on your own. Okay, welcome back. For number 2, you should have gotten 210. For number 3, 2002. And for the U try, 35. Okay, let's go ahead and start applying this to some word problems. Number 4, in how many ways can you choose 3 letters from A, B, C, D, E if the order of the letters doesn't matter? So I don't care the order. I don't care if I end up with BAC or CAB. It doesn't matter to me, but we're choosing 3 of the 5. So we're going to do 5C3. Go ahead, pause the video, take a minute to plug it in your calculator, and you'll see that you get 10. Number 5. 10 students are taking a test. The students with the top 3 scores get a prize. How many ways are there for prizes to be awarded? Now, we don't care if it was the top score, the second top score, and the third top score. We just know that the 3 highest, in general, are getting a prize. So we're going to go ahead and choose 3 of those 10 students. So when you do that, you get 120. Now, take a minute to pause the video and try this. You try it on your own. Okay, now I'm going to throw something a little more complicated in. It says, when finding the number of ways both an event A and event B can occur, we are going to multiply. This is what you are going to need to know. If it is an and you're going to hear me stress this throughout every example that I do, we are going to multiply. If it is an or, we are going to add. Very, very, very important. You should be writing and equals multiply or equals add on every single paper we do from here on out. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started with this example. Now, I do expect that you know a deck of cards. Here they are, and you will need to know them for the quiz and test. Okay, so let's just talk about things. In a standard deck of cards, we have 4 different suits. We have spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs. We have 4 of every type of card: king, queen, jack, numbers 10 through 2, and aces. Okay, so I'm going to refer to this as we do every single problem. Find the number of possible 5-card hands that contain the cards specified. The cards are taken from a 52 standard deck that has 4 suits with 13 different cards in each suit. So we're choosing any 5 cards. We're choosing any 5. So choose any 5 of 52 cards. Order doesn't matter. So we're doing 52C5. Very simple. Go ahead, do that on your calculator. You get 2,598,960. Okay, now I'm choosing 5 cards of the same color. First, we have a choice between black or red. Okay, so we're choosing one of 2 colors. Step 1. So we have 2 colors. We're choosing one of those. And once we choose our colors, we're choosing 5 of them. And 5 of that color. Well, how many of one color do we have? Cut 52 in half. So and, what was and? And was multiplication. We're choosing 5 of 26 of that color. On your calculators, this is what you're doing. So let's go ahead and do your calculator for one of these so you can at least see what I'm talking about. So up here, we're going to go ahead and do 2 math. Oops, excuse me. Math, scroll over, go down to number 3. 1 times 26 Here we go. This would be our answer. This is going to equal 131,560. Okay, so see how we're going to get a little complicated. Let's go ahead and continue on. Now we're choosing 5 spades. Okay, how many spades do we have? We're choosing 5 spades. We only have 13. How do I know that? Because I have 4 different suits. So 52 divided by 4 is 13. So I'm choosing 5 of 13 spades. When I do that, I get 1,287. Okay, now I'm going to choose 5 hearts or 5 diamonds. So remember, or was adding. So we're going to choose 5 of 13 hearts, or we're going to choose 5 of 13 diamonds. Go ahead and do this on your calculator the same exact way, except instead of a multiplication on the last problem, you have an addition sign. So when you do that, you get 2,574. Okay, last one on the deck of cards. We have 4 jacks, and one of them are going to be another card. So we're choosing 4 of 4 jacks, and, which is multiplication, one of the other cards. Choose one of, how many are left? We'll take 52 and subtract 4. When you take 52 and subtract 4, you're left with 48 others. Okay, so that's what I'm going to write out. We're choosing 4 of 4, and we're choosing 1 of 48. Go ahead and do that math, and you get 48 possibilities. Okay, now, I want you to try the you-try on your own, but I'm going to give you a little bit of hints here, okay? All right, it says William Shakespeare wrote 38 plays that can be divided to 3 genres. 18 comedies, 10 histories, and 10 tragedies. How many different sets of exactly 2 comedies and 1 tragedy can you read? Okay, so here's what you're doing. You're choosing 2 of 18 comedies and 1 of 10 tragedies. You cannot walk in here without an equation. Put this into an equation. I just gave you the equation. Okay? Let's look at the next one. B. How many different sets of 2 comedies or 1 tragedy can you read? So you can choose 2 of 18 comedies, or as addition, 1 of 10 tragedies. Again, you must walk in here with an equation. Okay, now this one gets a little bit messier, and this is what I gave you a hint. How many different sets of at most 3 plays can you read? That means you can read 0. You can read 1, you can read 2, or you can read 3. I'll give you a hint. I can choose to read 0 of my 38. Or I can choose to read 1 of my 38. Or keep on going. I did this one and this one for you. Questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead, write it on the bottom of the paper, and I'll see you tomorrow in class.